Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading, guys. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I had some technical difficulties. And hi, everyone, for joining. I know some people think this is Lotta. I'm Angelique. I'm one of Lotta's readers. Thank you so much for joining anyways. And yes, her calculator is amazing. I'll let her know. She reads these too, so I'm sure she appreciates that. So guys, I'm doing a reading for the week. I know the energies have been intense, and that's really what I kind of want to focus on today. I really want to focus on the emotions that are going rampant for everybody. How we're feeling, how we're processing it. I know a lot of people just skip to their signs, and that's totally okay. But if you want to stick around for just a second, I'm happy to help. I'm a tarot reader and a psychic, but I'm also a healer, and I've been a healer for over a decade. And a lot of these energies are making people emotional. We're crying, we're irritated, or we just feel very emotionally dense. And at the same time, the energies are not really allowing us to slow down. They're really encouraging us to work. They're encouraging us to focus and to kind of keep taking steps, even if part of us feels like we just want to lay down and do nothing. So I just want to do a reading for all of us today and kind of just give us some guidance. Each sign, of course, check your sun, your moon, and ascendant, and how we can best use these energies, how we can heal, how we can release, how to manifest. We are still in a new moon. So guys, hi from Greece, hi guys. Be really conscious of what you're focusing on. I know sometimes we have old patterns and we're very, right now we're very aware of our patterns. We're like, crap, I'm tired of this negative cycle, this critical, judgmental, unhappy, fearful, suspicious cycle. So I have counseled a lot of my clients to spend time every day with an intention. I know all day long we can get a little crazy, but just to get clear at the universe, we're like, universe, despite how I'm feeling and all my fears, I want you to know these are my intentions. My intention is to be happy, to manifest prosperity or abundance or a healthy relationship or a healthy body. Get clear with the universe every single day, guys, while we're working through the emotions that are coming up. Now, I had my other deck right here. Just one second. I don't know where I took that deck out. It's fine. I'll just use this deck. So, of course, we're going to start with Aries. I know sometimes I like to work backwards, but because this new moon and this eclipse is also affecting me, I'm going to stay in order. And guys, write down, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys feeling as emotional as most of the people I know? I know some people are really motivated right now. They're motivated to change, to start their business, sorry, I'm lighting some sage, to do all these things. But I know a lot of people are really experiencing there. Hi from there. I'm from LA. Well, LA area too, Chris. Hey. And it's been really heavy. Is anybody else feeling like this? Anybody want to join into the chat? I hardly communicate with the chat, not in a bad way. It's just hard for me to focus. Woo, this stage lit up real quick. And if you are feeling like that, guys, you're not alone. It's just all of us, okay? All right, we're going to jump on into this. All right, Aries. So everyone just take a deep breath. We're going to get through this together. I know there's another eclipse coming up, and a lot of just did an amazing video on that, so I would definitely go check that out. You're ready to leave this planet into depression. It feels like that, right? Sexy Lexi, it feels like that. Just want to focus in really quick. See what guidance we have for Aries this week. Okay. And I just wait, guys, the right card, it has to feel right. So just some patience, one sec. There we go. All right, Aries, you have 8 of Gabriel, Page of Gabriel, and 4 of Michael. So first things first, guys, Aries, you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of activity. There's going to be things that take a lot of your attention this week. But with the 4 of Michael, guys, it's going to be a little stressful. So maybe some of the things that take your attention, sorry, I got to get this sage under control. It's going to burn down my space. The things that are taking up your attention are probably they might not be the most fun. They might be a little emotional. They might be causing some kind of stress. So maybe you have a project at work. Maybe you have a family situation that you have to take care of, and it requires a lot of your immediate attention and energy and focus. Guys, number one, while you're going to be busy and while there's going to be a lot of twists and turns for you this week, Aries, it's really important to let you know that you're prepared for any challenge. With these cards, you're brave, you're courageous. It's important to have great communication skills this week, Aries, because if you don't, some people might take some of your words or your actions a little harshly. Maybe we tend to be blunt and we like things moving fast. So just make sure that while confident and focused, you're also being a little compassionate, because sometimes when we stress out, we don't realize we can be a little short, emotional, tense, and that doesn't always make for the best communication. And that's okay. Whatever you're going through, Aries, that's okay. Just make sure that this week, especially for you, despite the fact that, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I had to put a little water on this sage. I'm so sorry. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be just a second. Okay, that was my bad. That happened to me about 1 month ago. I should have learned my lesson. Aries, no matter what happens, there really is a need for you to sleep, to rest, to decompress. A lot of the things that you're going to be going through might be causing you to be just a little bit emotional. You might get angry first, but it really is important for you to decompress, not to project it onto other people, not to take it out on other people. Make sure that you take some time off for you, because while you're really good at go Aries, and you're really good at making things happen and, you know, just getting things done, the nature of the situation, whatever it is you're focused on, is going to cause a little stress. Okay. And that doesn't mean it's going to be bad. It could be a good stress. Maybe you're picking up your business and clients need things in, you know, like it's great that you have clients, right? But it's also stressful because you're like, my money's on this, they need it now, and their satisfaction with your work counts. Or maybe it has to do with family. And while you're really good at getting things done, the nature of the situation might be causing you to be emotional, stressed, and frustrated. But you really need some downtime, some quiet time this week, Aries. You're going to do a beautiful job getting everything that you need done. You're following your gut. Bring some playful energy into it. Bring some optimism into it, Aries. You're good at that. You're prepared for anything. There can be a lot of excitement. There could be a lot of adventure with this. You just need to be able to balance out your own emotions, your own mental body, and make sure that you make time and space for you. Okay, it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a very productive week, very active week. And in order to keep that productivity alive, we've got to make sure that we're in a good space. Okay. All right. I don't know what is going on with this energy, guys, but I just overstaged my room. My dog over there is trying to breathe. I think I should open that window. And I don't mean to keep on jumping out of here, but I'm just going to open the window because I love my dog very much and I don't want him to asphyxiate. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we're going to move on to Taurus. And guys, I really encourage people in the chat, talk to everybody. Oh, do you see my laundry in the back? I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. Wow. Yeah, I am live. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Usually I'm on point. Usually I have my nice background. I know officially I put my bra and panties live on YouTube. It's all good. We all wear them. Just going to let that go. That is so hilarious. I once had a dream. Well, anyways, it was live, but it was not, that was way worse than this, but continue on. Taurus. That's so hilarious. All right. And this is what I mean about eclipse energy and feeling just, like I was saying, I really encourage you guys in the chat to talk, to share your stories. What are you experiencing? What are you feeling? Because sometimes we feel like we're on our own. We feel like we're the only ones that are emotional. We feel like we're the only ones that are going through the breakup, that are handling it. Maybe someone's moved on. We still feel like we're emotionally stuck, or we feel like everyone else has their life together. And what's going on with me? I'm transitioning careers, or I'm transitioning paths. But that's not true. We're constantly changing. We're constantly evolving. We all have heartbreak. We all have uncertainty. We all have terror. And I've noticed that too with a lot of my clients, a lot of people that are experiencing fear right now, it's going almost into terror. Like it's very restrictive and it's causing us to like panic. So just take a deep breath, guys. Okay, Taurus. Yeah, that was hilarious, Josh. First time. Taurus. Okay. Taurus, you have changed your life, 4 of Raphael, and you also have the 4 of Michael. I always find it funny how the signs that are next to each other tend to have similar energies. But for you guys, Taurus, you guys had a lot of revelations. You've had a lot of aha moments, maybe epiphanies. Maybe you could have been doing something for 12, 20 years, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to move on, or I want to do something, but there really is a need to stop procrastinating, Taurus. Because you have the Four of Raphael, a lot of your emotions are coming up and they might be blocking you from making these choices, but you have to seek out the opportunity and the possibilities that are here for you. You have the Four of Michael. Guys, you're also stressed. So I know it's not just me. I'm like, whew, even as an energy healer, mentors, people that I have, it doesn't matter how spiritual, how evolved, or how long you've been doing this work. We're all human, guys. So Taurus, you're emotionally, you're stuck. Now you're going to find your answers, even if you're feeling driven and you feel like I got to make changes and I got to go left instead of right, or I can't do this anymore. I need healthier patterns or relationships, or making different changes. Because your emotional body is what's making you procrastinate and really keeping you from embracing opportunity and change. Guys, rest. Now, sometimes we think if I do more vision boards, if I do more affirmations, if I cut more cords, and while those are all wonderful things, what's really getting to you, Taurus, is your stress, cortisol. So number one, if you don't want to sleep or you don't have time to rest or meditate more, tapping is amazing, the emotional freedom technique. Whatever you're nervous of, whatever is causing you anxiety, work through it. There's lots of free videos on YouTube for tapping. I'm gonna actually do one here for Lotta as well, just to walk people through how to release that so that you can move forward. You know, consciously we're like, I'm ready, but emotionally we're like, oh, we're a little scared, and that's normal. But what they're saying is all of this is causing anxiety of the body. You need to meditate, ground, and rest. Your mind is overworking, and sometimes we think if we think about it more, or if we stress about it more, we're gonna get answers. Absolutely the opposite. A lot of great opportunities are coming for you, Taurus. A lot. When you have to change your life card, the universe is trying to bring you the people and the opportunities and the experiences to push you in the direction that you're consciously trying to go in, but your feet are a little stuck. You're dragging them a little bit. So in order to stop resistance, and if you're too afraid to move forward, let's just release the resistance by resting more, meditating, and surrendering. And watch. This week has a lot of beautiful things to bring to you if you just release some of the tension energy and allow it to unfold and move organically. Okay, Taurus? I hope that serves you guys. We'll jump into Gemini. Sometimes I don't really read these, but I kind of wanted to read some of the chat today, just to feel, because just the patterns of my clients, and I'm giving you guys all a hug. You know, look at me. I just showed you guys all my panties and bra a second ago. Like, we're all kerfuffled, guys. We're all in this space together. And it's okay if you don't have it all together. It's okay if you don't have all your ducks in a row. The fact that you got up, you're taking a step, you're breathing, and sometimes it's a breath-to-breath thing, especially if you guys are going through emotional stuff. It's not even day-to-day. It's moment to moment. You're not alone. We got this. Gemini. Let's see, for this coming week. Wow. Okay, Gemini, you have three major arcanas: the sun, divine guidance, and the world. Guys, there is so much to be had for you, Geminis. I don't know what you've been doing, and I'm not sure how much work you've been putting in, but it's been well worth it. Guys, this is a wonderful time in your life for you, Geminis. You've been putting in the mental work. That means affirmation, stopping certain patterns. You've been really trying to set healthy boundaries and maybe changing your patterns. That includes with the people you're with, whether platonically, romantically, or professionally. And guys, you really are thriving, but you're thriving because it's from an inside job, Gemini. You're making decisions, and maybe things, doesn't mean things always turn out perfect. Doesn't mean things have gone your way. It's what you've done with it, what you've done with the good and the bad. You know, despite what has come up for you, Gemini, you're trying to work through it and work with it, which is amazing. You guys have really come full circle on a spiritual, whether, you know, when I say spiritual lesson, these are things that we come when we incarnate, whether it's to learn confidence, self-love, humbleness, whether it's to learn to give, whether it's to learn to share, to grow, whatever it is. You guys have really learned a huge lesson. It's probably been for the past several years. And finally, you're stepping up. It's not just a transitionary, you're actually acting in this new space. So congratulations. Because of the eclipse energy and because you have divine guidance, This week, Gemini, you might find that you're a little bit more pensive. You might be wondering, what am I doing? What's my purpose? How is this really affecting me or others? How is this serving? You know, sometimes, Gems, you can get into your own mind and it causes you a little bit introverted, and that's okay. But what they're really asking you is, instead of sitting with your own thoughts this week, Gemini, seek out mentors, seek out teachers, seek out wise friends. Even if you don't have anybody, you can look on YouTube, watch a TED Talk, people who have wisdom and knowledge to share, because the answers that you're looking for this week, Gemini, is going to be coming through other people. It's going to be coming through, whether it's spiritual, your grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, best friend, or an old mentor of yours. They're really going to give you insight and wisdom and guidance in a way that perhaps you didn't see. And it's not because you're on the wrong path. You guys are on a great path. You're growing. You're stepping into a wonderful, successful time of your life. But there's still unanswered questions. There's still things that are causing you to ruminate and wonder and question, and that's normal. But instead of looking to yourself, look for something higher, whether that's the divine or spiritual advisors. It's a beautiful week for you, Gemini. If anything, keep doing what you're doing and ask for advice instead of trying to come up with all the answers yourself. We're not perfect. We're a tribal people, and we need other people to help. Okay? All right, Cancers. Whew. God, I just want to giggle still. This energy. You know, I think I've been doing this for almost, what, a year and a half? And most things, I think there's only been 2 times this whole time where I'm just like not perfectly all together. And today was one of them. Just like you guys, just like you. Cancers. Okay. One more. Getting a lot of major arcanas, guys. You know, a lot of you guys are praying or crying in your shower, or, you know, have you ever done that thing where you just lay on your bedroom floor and stare at the ceiling for like 30 minutes? Like, what am I doing with my life? You ever done that? Totally normal. And I feel like, particularly with some of the cards that are coming up, they hear you guys, your spirit guides, your angels. And you don't pray to those, by the way. You just talk to them. They hear you, and they're really coming in strong. Cancer, you have divine guidance, solutions, and 6 of Michael. All right, Cancers. This week, guys, number one, if you guys have been riding a wave of ups and downs, or you know, consternation or confusion, or having a similar problem you're trying to really resolve and it's slow and steady here, number one, guys, a lot of the things you're working with, whether it's finding that career, maybe you're pursuing your passion, but it's not making money. Maybe you're trying to work through relationship blocks, whatever it is you're working through, Cancer, number one, not supposed to do it alone. You're not supposed to do it alone. Now, sometimes there is guidance where like you have to work it out with yourself, spend more time alone to figure yourself out, but not with these energies. And I didn't feel it that way anyways. But for you guys, a lot of any kind of issues, any kind of arguments, any kind of problems or things that you guys are trying to work through in order to get to where you're going, you need support. And not just any support. You need it from people who are wiser than you, experienced you. I mean, Gemini just had divine guidance too. This is really about surrounding yourself with people who share your vision, who love you or care about you, or at least respect you and don't judge or criticize. They're really trying to help you, because you're trying to go, and that's okay. But sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. And you guys, the solutions, you're going to have to compromise. So I'm going to give you an example, Cancer. Maybe you're trying to start your business. You're tired of working for people, and you're trying to be an artist of some kind, and you love it, and people are loving it, but maybe you're not earning so much money. You're going to have to compromise, Cancer. You're going to have to compromise. Maybe you didn't want to work for anybody else ever again, but maybe just so that you can pursue your job or your vision, or you want to pack around the world, whatever it is, you might have to get a part-time job again. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to compromise. You're going to have to be objective about the situation that you're in. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't even mean you're moving backwards. You have to see it from the perspective of, how is this serving me? How you got to be a little bit more analytical and logical. I know sometimes, Cancers, you can be very emotional, and it's one of your beautiful, beautiful gifts. But in this particular instance, if you're going to try to move forward, get through a situation, experience a problem, an argument, or just a life lesson, it's going to come with compromise. So there's going to be aspects of the solution that you love and aspects that you're like, oh, I really don't feel like it, but it makes sense. It makes sense. I got guidance and advice from a mentor or career coach. And even though I didn't want to do that again. You have to recognize, where is that resistance coming from? Is it your ego? Is it your fear? Because those things aren't going to serve you. And that's okay. We're human. But as long as you bring awareness to it, you're going to be just fine. Okay. You're going to have some compromise. You're going to have to just forgive your, maybe you said, I promised myself I would never work in retail ever again. And you have to, or something like that. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Heal the aspect of yourself that's resisting. You have the Six of Michael, guys. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. If you guys have gone through any problems, Cancer, the worst is over. The worst is over. You guys are coming into the light. Breathe a sigh of relief. This is also the card of relocation. It's the card of travel as well. So you guys either might be moving, you guys might be traveling for work, or maybe you're just on a much needed vacation, guys. So movement is necessary. Maybe that's where your stagnation was. You're too afraid to shift. Let go. I think what a lot of this energy is teaching all of us is to let go. If you don't want to move forward, that's fine. If you don't want to move back, even better. But the best thing you can do for yourself is just not resist things. Just be like, okay, I'm not going to be for it, I'm not going to be against it, but I'm not going to resist it. And allow the universe to move the energy in the way that's best for you. And do your best to just breathe through it and navigate the water. Okay? You're going to do beautifully this week, Cancer. Solutions are on their way. The worst is over. You're going to find what you need to move forward. It's a blessing for you. And it's also going to come through people and aha moments. And if it requires a little bit of movement and change, that might just be the answer you've been looking for. So don't resist that. Okay. All right, Leos. Let's see. Okay, Leos, you have the Lovers, Nine of Michael, and Five of Michael. Leo, a lot of this week is focused on your relationships and your emotional body. Now, if you're single, it doesn't matter. This can be the relationship you have with yourself. This can be how you have a viewpoint with relationships themselves, how you connect to other people, where you're blocked. And if you are in a relationship, this is very much for you as well. Guys, there really is a need to focus on what's blocking you. Where are your fears, Leo? Because I'm going to point something out. Some Leos I know for a fact are really focused on their career. They're focused on development and moving forward and picking up their own life and their own pace. But let me tell you guys something. Your emotional life is very much connected to your monetary life. Some people don't see this. They might come for a reading regarding their career, and the universe and angels just wanted me to talk to them about their relationships. And the reason is because your worth is in both, whether it's financial worth or emotional worth. Okay. So this week, you guys might be trying to move forward in life, but what might be blocking you or causing things to move slowly, even if they're moving forward, maybe not the pace that you want, is the emotional blocks you're experiencing, Leo. And what they're really asking you, Nine of Michael, there is so much stress and so much anxiety and fear and regret and guilt and shame, whether it's current or in the past, Leo, but it's creating self-fulfilling prophecies. You don't have to keep manifesting the same kinds of relationships. You don't have to keep having the same kind of pitfalls with family members. You don't have to keep, attracting the same kinds of friends or coworkers or environment that have different. Maybe you keep getting new jobs and the same issue keeps happening with bosses. Whatever it is with your relationships, Leo, it doesn't have to be the same thing over and over again. And it's not your fault, in the sense that as if you're not aware of it, but now the universe is like, we need to bring awareness to it. At this particular point, Leo, the best thing you can do to heal relationships, to heal your heart, to create healthier relationships, boundaries, whatever it is you're looking for in the relationship sphere, surrender it up. The universe is like, we keep trying to improve it and bring you things, but you're focused on what doesn't work. You're focused on lack. You're focused on fear. It's manifesting itself. It's not because you deserve it. It's not karma. There's nothing wrong with you. But the universe gives you what you focus on, Leo. It gives you what you focus on. And you have the Five of Michael. They're letting you know this doesn't serve you anymore. And I think you know that. I'm pretty sure a lot of Leos, including myself, are like, we're done. I know it doesn't serve. Or I know this isn't good for me. But the patterns are so strong, you feel a little defenseless against it. And don't worry, Leos, you're not by yourself. So what I'm going to ask you to do is this, okay? It's very effective. Number one, I always suggest tapping. EFT, look that up, to release the stress energy. But surrender. Every time you have fear, every time your heart wants to stop with something, or you're heartbroken, or whatever it is, close your eyes and whatever you believe in, because energy follows intention. And the divine, you have free will, so you have to give permission to say, divine angels, God, whatever you believe in, all this emotion, all this stress, I have no idea what to do with it. This just keeps tripping me up. I willingly surrender to you. Please take it from me and fill me with peace and healing. I let it go. I let it go. And if you have to do that a million times a day, Leo, then a million times a day it is. But the energy has to flow. And you have to get in a good space, Leo. Now, with the 5 of Michael, they're asking you, please consider a more uplifting approach to these emotions. You have to release your attachment to the outcome because things are going to unfold as they will. But when they say an uplifting approach, maybe you have I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot in this particular situation, but maybe you have an approach of whenever you feel like this, you go drink, or you go party with friends, or you hole yourself up in your room, or you get angry and lash at people. They're saying we need to stop the pattern that you do as a response to these emotional reactions. So an example can be, Leo, if you have the same pattern to something and every time you get hurt or get in a fight or get fearful, you go and do something that perhaps isn't the healthiest, I suggest before you do that, put something in place. Say, before I can go drinking with my friends, I'm going to make sure I go to the gym first. I'm going to go release all this tension. And if afterwards I still feel like doing that, well, then that's up to you. Or before I do this, I'm going to do EFT. Or before I do this, I'm going to go for a hike. Now, some people try to put meditation in this particular space. Only a few people can focus when they're emotionally heightened like that. So I would suggest something physical. But guys, the universe is like, we're done with this pattern. We're going to improve your relationships. We're going to bless them. We hear your prayers on this and we need your help. You can just surrender it to us. We will intervene on your behalf and help you. We'll give you people and circumstances. And we're just asking if you can just change up your pattern energy a little bit when it comes to the emotional responses. We'll do the rest. All right, Leo. So this eclipse really is helping you. If you're emotional and you're releasing, it's all good. Yeah, EFT, it's called the Emotional Freedom Technique. Or it's called tapping. Most people call it tapping. So you can go on YouTube and put tapping for heartbreak, tapping for anxiety, tapping for stress, and YouTube will bring up a ton. Okay. See, Spells Inc. If you react with solitude, there's nothing wrong so much with solitude. But if it's creating, you sit there and you are in a victimhood or a self-pity cycle, or it just makes you more emotional, change it up with physical activity, even if it's for a walk, whatever it is. Okay. Now, Virgos. I've been doing gym. So I'm like, before I can do anything else, every time I feel like this, I'm going straight to the gym. And it has a dual effect. So how am I going to lose? Virgos. Whew. Ooh, one more. Okay, Virgos. Ooh. 9 of Gabriel, 8 of Gabriel, 9 of Michael. Guys, you know what? I'm going to take a moment to just like energetically hug all of you. Okay, we're all in this. Now, Virgs, this week there's going to be a lot of activity. You're going to be moving around, but it's going to be where you have to stay determined. It might give you burnout, guys. And you know me, guys, and I'm not someone who's going to sugarcoat things. Some people think I'm a little too positive, and it's not that I'm too positive. I just don't think if I'm going to deliver this, I'm going to try to give you tools to use it, because putting you in a negative space does nothing. It does nothing. And I really want to give you tools to kind of move through this so that you can have the highest possible outcome. Okay, Virgo, so this week, while you are going to be busy and you are going to be stressed, I will tell you that, Virgos, you're going to be stressed, but the universe is like, please stay determined. Keep pushing forward. You can handle anything that's going to come your way, Virgo. You have all the skills, the intelligence, the patience, and the self-love to do it. Now, what's awesome about this week is that everything that you do this week, Virgo, is going to results, movement. It's not going to lag. So you do something, done, in and out. No, maybe you just got a new job and there's so much responsibility and you have so many things to do and you have so many people underneath you. And so you're busy, you're stressed out, you just got this job, you want to show, you want to show that you can do it, and you're all over the place. And maybe a little insecurity is kicking in, like, oh my God, maybe they're going to think I can't do it. Maybe they're going to think they hired the wrong person. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that there's going to be so much movement and it's going to be challenging, and it's going to help you to grow and be outside your comfort zone. Kind of like at the gym, right? You add 5 more pounds, it's a little more stronger, but it's making you stronger. It's not hurting you. It's just pushing you, and it's causing you to struggle a little bit so you can get stronger and you can expand out. Okay, so it's not bad. It's just a little bit outside your comfort zone. It's very busy, very rapid, and it's going to cause you to have those moments when you're like, dear Jesus, give me the patience before I staple someone's lip shut kind of energy. You know what I mean? And or Buddha or whatever you believe in. Now you have the 9 of Michael, and they're saying, Virgs, yeah, it's going to be stressful, but do not allow the stress to undermine you. You start thinking that you can't do it. You start thinking that you're not good enough. You start thinking that, oh my God, I made a mistake. They made a mistake. That's only going to create more problems, more disturbances, and more mistakes, okay? So before this week even begins, I want you guys to do an awesome meditation on confidence. Go on YouTube and pull up daily, morning positive affirmations. So when you start your day, you start off with a good intention. And every time that fear comes up and that critical voice wants to come in and say, I'm not good enough, I want you to stop. You could say cancel, clear, delete. That's what I do. And be like, I am good enough. I'm thankful for that old voice. It teaches me where I still need to heal, but now you can go. I am confident. I am new. I'm creating new experiences. Therefore, I'm in a new energy and I'm a new me. This is who you are. You guys got to take control of that and surrender it up. You're going to be fine. What's good with this too is sleep. Physical, I always, for this kind of energy, I do suggest more of a yoga, because you guys got to get out of the mind. Because sometimes when you run on the treadmill, you can still be on your mind. But when you're in yoga, you're moving at such a slow pace and your muscles are like struggling that you have to be in your body versus your mind. So this is and it gives you kind of a good deep breath work. It removes the energy that's stuck out of the body and puts in good prana. Okay, so you guys are going to do wonderful this week. You're going to succeed. Just don't let your mind get to you. Okay? Woo, guys. This week. All right. Libras. Woo. All right. You're welcome to come out. Okay. All right, Libras, you guys have 4 of Gabriel, 8 of Raphael, and the Magician. This is great. Now, you guys, none of us are going to be free of this eclipse energy, and that's okay. It's really helping us to purge. Now, first of all, they're saying, Libras, you are doing an amazing job. You're working hard. You're trying to, whether you're communication-wise, whether you're doing those resumes and having interviews, or you're in class, or you're doing really great at work and you're networking and collaborating, even though it feels like a lot, and you probably feel a little overwhelmed. Number one, all this work that you're doing, guys, is going to have an amazing outcome. Are you going to have to work hard for it? Absolutely. But it's going to release you guys everything you're looking for: financial freedom, emotional freedom, success. All this hard work is paying off, guys. So if you feel a little bit emotional this week, it's okay. That's totally fine. But remember why you're doing things. And you have the 8 of Raphael. So this shows me you guys are walking away from stuff. You're walking away from things that have served its purpose, but no longer serve your highest good. Whether it's the job you've been at for 10 or 15 years, whether it's that relationship you've tried to make work for the past 8, whether it's you're at a successful job that pays you all this money, but the boss is just abusive, and you're like, I'm myself is more important. You guys are really, something's better is waiting for you, and you guys are doing such a beautiful job from walking away from that doesn't serve you. And I give you guys so much kudos and high fives, because that's emotional. And that's why they're letting you know all this hard work, all the energy that you're putting into it, all the attention and intention, and all the strength you're giving yourself every single day to take that next step, it's going to be worth it. You have the magician card. This tells me you guys are manifesting. So don't worry. Even this week, if it feels a little emotionally heavy, all this hard work, you guys are creating the circumstances, the opportunities, that job, that healthy relationship, that more sleep, that more free time, that promotion. You're doing it. And they're letting you know they recognize that you're emotional. They recognize that it isn't easy from an ego and human perspective, but you're doing just fine. And they want to just reassure you, because sometimes we feel like, hell yeah, I'm pumped. And then we have those weeks where we're just like, damn, and they're like, lift your chin, love, because we got this. We're just going to grit it through this week. Try to remember why you're doing it. Keep your vision, and it's okay. And if you need those friends and that support and that hug, you go get it. There's nothing weak about that. Vulnerability is the biggest strength. And you guys are having a lot of successful beginnings and a lot of great opportunities. You're not in this by yourself. Okay, guys? I'm super excited for you, and I give you a hug, because I give you all hugs. I give myself a hug, because we all need it this week, I swear. We all need it this week. Okay, Scorpios. Okay, Scorps. You have 9 of Ariel, 8 of Gabriel, and 10 of Michael. Michael really is coming in a lot this particular way. Michael swords in traditional tarot. But I like saying Michael instead of swords sometimes because while swords are healthy and they cut things, there is courage and protection that's involved with it, you know? So for Scorpios this week, again, this seems like it's going to be a very busy week for a lot of us. And I think because all of us are shifting, every single person, so it's causing like a ripple effect. So people are shifting in work and jobs and companies and everything's just moving and shaking. Scorpio, 9 of Ariel, this is beautiful. You guys have been working hard as well. And because you have the 10 of Michael, I can see that a lot of things that you guys are working on are your boundaries on letting unhealthy situations go. You understand that they've served their purpose. You understand that you know what, I'm going to bow out. I'm going to say thank you, universe, for these experiences. I'm going to take it, what was good. I'm going to do my very, very best to leave the rest. As tempted as I am to still look on that person's Instagram page, as tempted as I am to still wonder if karma's going to get that person, as tempted as I am to wonder where the hell am I going to end up, you understand that here, that particular space, the past couple months is not where you need to be or want to be, especially if you're looking for that marriage, that job, that health, that home. You understand that. And Scorps, and being a Scorpio sun myself, I understand change is in our most comfortable position. But they're letting you know by putting the past behind you, Scorpio, and I promise you, not only are new opportunities and people going to step into your life, but the ones you're dreaming about. 9 of Ariel, this is about your dreams coming true. You put in so much hard work, whether it's to finally have that healthy romantic relationship, that successful entrepreneurial business, or the healthy relationships with your family. Whatever it is, guys, you guys are moving and shaking. You're speaking your truth. You're saying no to this, yes to this, and you're being honest with yourself, Scorpio. You're saying, yeah, today wasn't my best day. Today I struggled a bit, but you know what? I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to dust myself off. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm applauding everybody. That's what this eclipse energy and this new moon energy really is. It's making us move forward even when we don't want to, even when we just want to stay in bed or watch Netflix. We're like, please, can I just do that tonight? And the universe is like, no, we love you. And that's why we're pushing you a little bit. Guys, you're entering a beautiful time in your life, Scorpios. You really, really are, especially in the arena of your career and your finances and your home, your material world. So maybe you're trying to really pick up your business, get that promotion, buy your own condo or a home now, or maybe just beautify your space. The universe is providing you the resources and the people and the opportunities to finally live that life, even if you want to travel the world, whatever it is, Scorp, and it's bringing it into you. Now, this week is going to be it's going to be hopping, shaking, and moving. So keep up the pace, do your best. And every time, because you have the 10 of Michael, every time something comes up for you, maybe an ex texts you, maybe a family member wants to really stick it in your craw and make you react, bow out. No more. That's not weak. That doesn't mean you're surrendering to them. It means you're no longer living that life. You're no longer repeating that pattern. You love yourself enough now, and you recognize it has nothing to do with your worth or who you are or your strength. It has to do with your self-love and your self-respect. So bravo to you, Scorps. It's going to be a great week. You're probably going to see some of the manifestations of it with this beautiful new moon. So congratulations, maybe an influx of clients, or you got that loan for the house or that car. So congratulations, a lot of movement. Make time for you, pat yourself on the back. And you know what? Give yourself high fives in the mirror. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, got that. It's the way it goes, guys. And I'm super proud of all of us. I really, really am. And all of my clients too. You guys are amazing. Amazing. All right, Sagittarius. Wow. 9 of Raphael, 3 of Gabriel, and 4 of Gabriel. Hell yeah, Sagittarius. I know the past couple readings, the past couple weeks I gave to you, you guys were really making decisions and really finding your stride. And, I don't want this. You guys are doing a lot of moving and shaking. And this week, guys, more emotional balance for you, Sag. Emotionally, guys, you're finally coming into this amazing emotional space, whether you really want your family to be in harmony or your relationships or just within yourself. Guys, you're really entering a beautiful time. The dreams you're looking for, the things you've been making decisions on and trying out and cutting out and bringing in are manifested this week. So maybe you might see your relationships elevate, your kids getting along, good times at work, maybe the fitness is paying off, whatever it is. But it's more of an emotional, just like, yes, right? The 3 of Gabriel and the 4 of Gabriel, guys, there's probably there's going to be movement this week, and it's physical movement. Now, whether you're taking a trip or you're traveling for work, guys, if there's going to be any traveling for any of you Sagittariuses, whether it's the state over 5 miles on the road or to another continent, make sure you guys plan, okay? It's going to be that much more successful and that much more positive. You guys just take the time to make a checklist. Like, I got everything, everything's in order. And because it's Gabriel, this probably has a lot to do with work or even your own creative projects, guys, but things are going to turn out better than you expected. They're just giving you a heads up that if you don't double check things, there might be some things out of order, like maybe you forgot a bag or your luggage weighs too much or something like that. You know, you didn't change the oil in the car. Just make sure you got everything checked out and you're a breeze. Now you have the 4 of Gabriel. Guys, same as sent before you. Oh no, that was Libra. Everything you're working towards, guys, it's beautiful. You guys, this is a really great time to celebrate your hard work, to really enjoy this week as things come up. You guys are really released the past. You've brought yourself with the conjunction with the universe, you brought yourself out of your own hole. You guys have worked your way up. You've released yourself and burdened some situations, whether that is mentally, emotionally, physically, in your environment. Congrats, Sagittarius. I know the past couple of weeks you've been working really, really hard on this. And this week, you guys get to enjoy it. Now, that doesn't mean you guys don't have to plan and check. Make your checklists. Make sure everything's good and clear. Keep going. Keep doing the work. It doesn't mean to stop doing the work or to rest on your laurels, but it does mean to celebrate. And it does mean to take time to have gratitude and joy and do the little excited dance. Keep up the work. It's paying off. You guys are doing a beautiful job. Congrats on that. Sometimes we keep working and we don't see like the manifestation and we're like, maybe I'm doing this wrong. You're not. Just takes a while for a seed to grow, you know? All right, Capricorns. Let's see. And happy birthday, Caps. It was just my mom's birthday. One more. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Capricorns. You have Page of Gabriel, the Lovers, 7 of Gabriel, and for some reason a 4th card popped out, but it's your birthday, so I'm going to give it to you guys. 4 of Michael. Okay, Caps. Number 1, there's a lot of communication this week for you guys. There really is a need for you to follow what feels right for you guys, especially when it comes to your relationships. I don't care if it's romantic, platonic, professional. When it comes to your relationships, if you guys feel very strongly about something, whatever it is, if you feel like I really got to speak up for animals, or I really got to speak up to my boss, or I really got to tell my partner that this kind of communication does not work for me. There's a need for you guys to stand your ground, to stand in your confidence, to create healthy boundaries, and to really claim your personal power this week, Caps, especially in regards to your relationships. Because you have the 4 of Michael, this is the third sign it came up with. The energies, just in general, guys, let yourself off the hook, because this energy is making a lot of us stressed out, okay? It's not you. It's not because you're not meditating enough or doing enough affirmations. It's just the energies. I think it's kicking up our cortisol releases. So, guys, for you, Caps, you're stepping into this beautiful new era. Maybe you finally got this new job, and in previous jobs, you had really crappy bosses. And in this particular job, you're like, no, this is not going to happen again. I'm gonna be very clear on my boundaries with my body language. It doesn't mean you have to be mean. Just very clear in what I accept, what I don't accept, what's good for me and what's not good for me, and being able to follow what feels right and be creative and out there and do all those things and be all of me in my own power and not feel pushed or overstepped. Does that make sense, Caps? This is a beautiful week for you guys to really do that in your relationships, so you can actually create deeper, healthier, love-centered, respect-centered relationships, whether platonic, romantic, or professional. And you guys are really stepping into that. It's enough. Enough is enough. And you guys have been there, like, not this time, buddy. And you're really doing it. Now, what they're saying is, if you feel a little overwhelmed, a little nervous about communicating these things, or maybe you did it and your energy is really, really high, like all that adrenaline, rest. Rest. Meditate. If you believe in praying, and sleep. Maybe just put on some really good gong music and just take deep breaths, do some ujjayi breathing or pranic breathing. Google that out, guys. It's fantastic for moving the energy and prana in the body, and just reduce the adrenaline. Don't go talking to 5 million friends, and that's just only going to get your adrenaline up again. You need to ground this back down. You guys, it's a beautiful week for you, Caps. You're coming into your own. You're speaking your truth. You're more confident than ever. You're going after your passions and what you want. And hey, maybe you're finally stepping it up in your relationships and you're telling your partner, we've been together for 5 years, okay? I want to move forward. Let's have this conversation. Whatever it is. I'm just throwing examples out there. But just talking about what you really feel and how you feel, what you need, and the direction you want to go. Guys, get in it, Caps, and just make sure you give yourself a lot of tender, loving care. We heal the most when we sleep, so it makes sense that they'd be telling you that because it can be emotional or just a lot of adrenaline. Okay? Aquarius. Ooh, I dropped that card. Okay. Whew. Okay, Aquarius, you have 2 Gabriel, 6 of Michael, 8 of Michael. I'm telling you, Michael's here for all of us. Patron Archangel for me. I love Michael. Oh my God. Guys, I got a shower, so my hair is a mess. Guys, this week, it's really about being around people that share your vision, your drive, and your support. Now, what I'm seeing is that a lot of Aquariuses are feeling a little stuck. Maybe you're trying to get to, this particular goal or vision, and you've been struggling. Maybe you've had to take a couple detours. Maybe you've had to do a couple different side steps. That's okay. That's okay, guys. What you really need, because things are going to unfold, just let them unfold organically. But they're like, look at guys, that the struggle is over. Because you have 8 of Michael, guys, a lot of the things that are making you feel so like giving you consternation and like frustration and stress, it's your mind, Aquarius. It's your mind. Let's look at the perspectives. If you hang around people who are just as ambitious and driven and have the same goals and same vision as you, not only are you going to get the support that you need, you're going to be reminded why you're doing this, and you might get some perspective shifts, guys. Now, you have to make courageous choices this week. And when I say courageous, that doesn't mean like, oh no, am I going to have to like break up, or am I going to have to like move countries? I mean, it could be those things, but that's not what I'm saying. You're not seeing things clearly, Aquarius. You're really not. Number one, whatever you've been struggling with, it's going to get better from here on out, okay? Now, because you've been struggling with it for maybe a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months, your mind is already patterned to prepare for struggle. And the universe is like, all right, it's done. So let's rewire ourselves. At this point, things are going to pick up. Things are going to move forward. There's going to be developments. But if you're still in the mental body of, shoe's going to drop, I'm stuck, the universe is like, please stop thinking that way. We want to align you. And that's why you're not seeing it clearly. Maybe you're trying to get into a certain job, but the recruitment process takes 6 months. So in the meantime, you have to maybe do a couple different side jobs. And you're like, what did I go to school for? What did I do all this for? I've been struggling with this problem forever. Guys, everyone has to work their way from A to Z. You're not seeing it clearly. It's not a setback. They're steps. They're little steps. And the people that share your vision and drive, the ones that they're saying support, surround yourself with those friends, those entrepreneurs, those coworkers, those family members are going to remind you like it's all part of the journey. In order to look at Morgan Freeman, he wasn't an actor till he was 50. I mean, guys, it's not about age. It's not about, you guys are very skilled and you have everything that it takes, but you guys are going to have to see things differently, understand that it's part of the process, be able to breathe that sigh of relief and just reduce the stress energy in the body, and then start making decisions. Like, okay, this is where I'm at. If I really don't like this, what other things can I do? Then turn left, turn right, do what you have to do, guys. But come from a clear space before you make any decisions. And you guys are really going to be changing your situation for the better. Not just physically, but definitely mentally. And things are really going to pick up and develop. You just got to release some of that, release yourself from that stuck mental state. Stop judging or criticizing yourself. Be with people that share how you feel and your outlook on life, and you're going to be refreshed and revitalized. And more importantly, probably come up with some amazing ideas and help you out of your mental blockages, okay? You guys are moving forward. You're just not even seeing it. You're not seeing how good you're doing. We all do that. We all do that, right? We're like, we look at how far we have to go, but 10 years ago, could you imagine that you'd be here? Like you are where you've probably been praying to be, and now all you can think of how much farther to go. So just take a second, step back. Now, my beautiful Pisces, least but never last. You guys are so patient. Thank you so much. Whew, let's do this. That's not yours. There we go. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Pisces. You also have the 8 of Michael, 4 of Gabriel, and Page of Ariel. See, a lot of people, guys, with these particular cards, and they've come up several times, this week has to do a lot with hard work, a lot with stress energy, a lot with release, especially mentally, and just keep on keeping on, you know, guys. And it's a great week because this is where the heart is, you know, like when you do that hard work, it's just exponential in response and in results. So for you this week, Pisces, there is a lot of work because you have the Page of Ariel. It definitely has to do in regards to work, to school, to education, to skill building, to maybe certifications, money, your material, your more physical realm. And you're doing a lot of hard work, but they're saying right out the gate, right in the beginning of the week, Pisces, we need to get you straight mentally. You guys also have the 8 of Michael, guys, and this is really about you're not seeing things right. You don't see that there's nothing blocking you physically. It's how we're looking at the situation. It's how we're seeing things, how we're seeing ourselves in conjunction with others and what we're going through. Step back, Pisces. Step back because you have the 4 of Gabriel. They're saying, guys, you're doing great. Is it hard work? Yes. Does it take you to really put yourself into it? Of course. But it doesn't mean you're not getting anywhere. You guys have to make sure you're not thinking in a lack mentality. You guys don't lack anything. You're smart enough. You're good enough. I feel like that one movie, The Help, you is pretty, you is kind. That's how you guys are. You guys are amazing. But you guys are thinking in a way that's keeping you stuck. You guys, if you feel like there's no opportunity or things aren't moving along, it's you. I love you, Pisces, but you're keeping yourself there. Like there's actually nothing shackling you. You think there is, but there's not. So sit down at the beginning of the week. I say, do a meditation, go for a hike, do some yoga, say a prayer, ask the universe for guidance. Like, okay, you know where I want to go. I'm struggling with this a little bit. Maybe it's me. Maybe I have some internal blocks, but give me a sign, give me a solution, and then go to sleep. And then see what comes up with this, guys, because you're going to have to make some big choices this week. Maybe you're procrastinating on making these choices because you're not seeing it right. Maybe the opportunity is right there, but you're thinking, this is not how I thought it was going to look, so I'm not going to take it. Newsflash. Things don't always look how we think they're going to look, but guess what? Sometimes they end up being way better than we could have ever expected. So look at things differently, see what's presenting itself to you, Pisces, and see if you can see it from a perspective of how this can actually lead you towards it. I mean, trust your gut, but definitely know that it's going to take hard work. But you're like, well, I didn't want to have to work full-time. I only want to work part-time. But I'm like, maybe working full-time will be able to get you your goal plus some. Do you know what I'm saying? Seeing it from a different perspective, put in that work. It's going to pay off. Guys, because you have the Page of Ariel, you guys have so many opportunities in front of you, especially in terms of scholarships, money, jobs, promotions, or creative endeavors. Guys, jump at it. Just see where you might be sabotaging or stepping on your own toes. The universe is really here. They're really supporting you. And they're asking you, Pisces, to get to work. And they're really giving you these opportunities to do so. So beginning of the week, balance out, remember your vision, remember your goals, be a little bit more analytical, and then take the leap. You guys are going to do good. The universe is supporting it. In fact, I feel like they're throwing a lot of things at you, and you might not even seeing them as opportunities. The universe is like, it is. We've given them 5. Just pick one of them and let's do it. I'm super excited for you, Pisces. It's action-oriented. Just start out the beginning of the week a little bit more balanced. Guys, I hope that served you. I apologize for my sage burnout and having to see my lingerie on my chair earlier. And that's hilarious. Never in the history of doing YouTube has that ever happened, but there's a first time for everything. I blame the eclipse. I always do that whenever I spend time. I'm like, I blame some kind of astrological cycle. Guys, lots of love. Do your affirmations. Do your emotional freedom technique or tapping this week. That's really going to help with the stress that some of us might be feeling. Oh, I'm partying that my phone is ringing. I hope this serves you guys. I am doing 2019 readouts for January all through December. If anybody's interested in that, just to give you an understanding of what's coming up. And you can pick 2 areas, career and love and health. I apologize for the phone call in the background. And I will, I'm telling you guys, it's just the energy. And I will see you guys next week. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'm happy to help with whatever you're looking for. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful week. Sending you so much love and blessings. Bye.